Hey guys, today I've got a quick review of the F17 Elite. This is a very expensive dash cam on Amazon. It is triple channel, 4K front, 1440p inside camera, and then a 1080p rear camera. So it has three different cameras, triple channel, and the video quality better look very good for the price. So this is about a $250 dash cam. I will have links to it down below. Today what we're gonna do is unbox it, install it, test the video camera. Not a lot of people actually show what the video looks like. I'm also gonna compare it to my current dash cam, the F7 from Redtiger. And then we'll take a look at what the Redtiger F17 Elite, how it stacks up to the F7. Let's get into it. So I'm very excited to test this camera out here. You can see the 4K plus 1080p plus 2.5K, which is 1440p, the F17 Elite from Redtiger. So let's go ahead and do some unboxing here and see what this looks like. Already I can tell that this is a pretty dang big dash cam. You can see it right there. This thing's actually a bit of a monster. I'll give you some close-ups here. Go ahead and pull this off, otherwise I'm going to forget about it later. I have done that before. Pull off our internal cam. So right off the bat, this is pretty cool that you can move this internal cam around to, if you're an Uber driver, this would be a good dash cam for you, so you can always monitor your passengers. And then this is pretty cool, though I kind of wish this was permanent, that it has what the buttons are right here. So you got your power button, your OK button, so right there. And it looks like this is the status light, which is pretty dang big. So one thing to note on here is we have our SD card here. Nice and easy to push to remove. I hate when those are very difficult to remove. 128 gigabytes, that is very good. Most dash cams these days only come with 64 gigabytes, so love to see the 128 there. On the bottom here we have the buttons. The front, the mount system works that you can tilt it like this with this right here, but you can also angle the camera like this. So kind of dual adjustability there, pretty nice. Now the one last thing that's worth mentioning on here is that, where is the ports on it? Right here. So this is a USB-C power, that's very standard, but the rear camera actually uses USB-C instead of your typical kind of auxiliary cord. So instead of just replacing the cameras I have in my car right now, I'm going to have to rewire it because I have an auxiliary running to the rear camera. So that's what it looks like. Let's take a more looks at the rest of the parts here. This is the rear camera. Like we mentioned, it takes a USB-C. This is going to be a sticky to apply it to the window. We'll do that shortly. Go ahead and remove there. And then this is going to have that rotation there to adjust that one. So pretty standard, not too bad there. Now right here, we have some clear things that you can suction cup onto, warranty, the app quick start, the user manual here, and then we have some additional tools right here. So we have the rear camera cable, which is going to be a long USB-C cable, not right angles, but no worries there. We have some clips that you can put on your ceiling to hold the cable properly. You have an extra mounting sticky if you need to mount it again. Double-sided tape also works perfectly for that. And then you have a total another plastic piece that you can take off here. This slides off. So you technically have 3 extra mounts right there. Now lastly, what we have here, we have our USB-C to car charger right here. This powers the main camera. Pry bar tool to make sure that you're getting that wire nice and hidden. So with that, let's go ahead and start installing the Redtiger F17 Elite dash cam. All right, so I'm not gonna get super detailed here, but let me show you my current setup here. This is my F7 dash cam from Redtiger right here. The aux cord that goes to the rear camera is tucked down, and then it's just hanging loosely. I didn't do anything special with that. So that should be easy enough to swap out. And then my current USB-C power cable that goes down there is ran down there, tucked right there, underneath that, and then comes right there. So that luckily I will not need to change because USB-C is USB-C, but I will go ahead and take this dash cam off, which is convenient because I will be able to get the footage off of it to compare between the F7 and the F17, and it should just be easy enough to pop off there and put this new one on. So let's do that. Okay, so go ahead and unplug our aux cord, and we can pull this down here and pull out this stuff I had in here to tuck it in there, because this we no longer need. We'll be replacing it with a USB-C. So toss that back there. Now we need to remove the old camera. This is a suction cup design, so it pulls right off like that. And there is also a sticky right here, so we'll try to pull that off. There we go. So one thing to note about the F7 compared to the F17 is that the mounting system for the F17 is much smaller. We'll see if just one simple sticky is going to be enough to hold this heavy camera. So I want to put my mirror back to about how it would be normally, and then determine where I want to put this camera so that the internal camera can still see within the vehicle. And I don't actually like to see the screen while I'm driving. It's kind of distracting, but I think this right here will be perfect. So I'm going to put it right below this right here. So it's as easy as just pulling this right here. And then sticking it on there. It does feel like it's going to be sturdy. So then you would tuck your cable like I showed you earlier and bring it down directly into the power right there. And pro tip, you can take something, if your cord is falling out of here like mine is, you can take something and just kind of shove it in there, and now that's going to be locked in there. So I just used a little napkin, and now that's holding it tight, and our camera just turned on like you can see. So let me go through the setup with you. So I do like that on the screen it shows which keys are which. That's super nice. I mentioned that earlier. So we'll hit OK here. We'll set our time zone. I am on New York. Okay, and just like that. Oh, so I'm going to go ahead and plug in the rear camera because it's asking about it. All right, I think you guys can see from that angle, but I have my mini backup camera here. Toss that in the back seat for now. Also have a couple of the little cable clamps because I want to put those throughout up here. So we have our long USB-C cable. Let's go ahead and unfurl this, and it does become straight pretty quickly. It's not like holding its shape, so that's good. So we want to plug this into the camera itself right there. And then we're going to immediately start to tuck it up in the top, similar to how we did to the camera. And again, take some little pieces and shove them up in there. Probably depends on the make and model of your vehicle, but that's going to help secure that in there nice and tight. So I'm going to go all the way to the corner here, shove another piece in right there, and now I will go above, and I just use this right here to hold it. You could probably put a clamp there. I don't need to because I don't ever use that handle. And then let's move to the back seat. Okay, grab your cable, keep moving it back through. Now this is probably where we need to use our first little clamp. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one of those. They have little sticky backings here. And you can stick the cable in here and just stick that up there. And it's going to clamp down and hold your cable as tight as you want it. So now I'm going to continue moving through here, and then I'm going to do one more clip right here. And then tuck, tuck, tuck. So now we'll go ahead and mount our camera. I'm going to mount mine exactly where my old one used to be, and you can kind of adjust it to where you think it's going to be, but we'll take a look at the actual camera itself later to get the exact positioning. So go ahead and install your cable, And then optional step here, you can take any excess, bundle it up, tuck what you don't want to see, and then bundle up the rest with a zip tie. Boom, there we go. So now the rear camera should be installed. And with that, now we are ready to boot up the camera. So I just started my car, cranked the AC, don't know if you can tell, but it is extremely hot. Let's go ahead and hit the power button over here. There we go. And let's see. Our back dash cam is upside down. Other than that though, you can see that we have the left side is showing our front view, and we can tell from that we're getting a lot of hood, so we can move this up a bit like that, and then we'll be able to adjust the back one once we get it flipped correctly. Okay, and just like that, guys, I've got it set up. Let's go ahead and drive around the block and see how it looks. All my cameras should be pretty dialed in. Rest of the audio right off the bat. How does the audio look? How does the internal video look? This would be the perfect dash cam for Uber drivers who both obviously need a front and back dash cam, but they also need that third channel dash cam from Amazon that's going to give them a view of their passengers in their Uber or Lyft. So that would be the benefit there. This is what the audio sounds like. I'm excited to check it out when I get the video onto a computer. So I'm not going to mess with the app at all, guys. I'm just going to use the SD card, and then I'm going to pull the front, rear, and passenger video files from the dash cam, and we'll check them out. So guys, there you have it. I would say that the F17 Elite is a great option if you need that third camera, that triple channel dash cam that has the inside camera of your vehicle. That is where the F17 Elite shines. Otherwise, I think you're probably better off going with the F7, which I showed in the videos. You can see the quality is pretty comparable, but the price is much, much less. So I will have both cameras linked down below, and I'll also share my video up here of my F7 review that I did, so you can kind of compare which one might be right for you. But overall, I think the F17 Elite is one of the better triple channel dash cams on Amazon, at least one of the higher quality ones. And as you saw, it was a breeze to install and get these videos to share you guys. So check it out, subscribe, and I will have all my other dash cam reviews up here. Peace.